Alright guys, welcome back again on my YouTube channel. So if you are new here, my name is President God, and this is where I come on every week to analyze the market, to show you guys my watch list, what I'm looking at, and also the trade we took in the previous week, the ones that hit stop loss, TP, even the one we are still currently holding. So previously, when I did my analysis on DSY, I told you guys that this weekly candle that closed out with this week, that the market is about to turn to the upside. That I don't know what's going to happen next, because the weekly candle close with this thing is like a pin bar. You guys can see it close with a pin bar candle, and if you guys can go on your books and check candlestick pattern, you know that anytime this pattern form is just like a reversal candlestick pattern. So I was a little bit confused about the DSY, because even when I saw that, the daily time frame was still bearish. So currently at that moment, the daily time frame was trending around this area. We are around this area. So I told you guys that this market is 50-50. I'll try to stay away, but if I see any setup, I would like to just hop in on it. So now you guys can see this market has came to respect this weekly candlestick, and this week now has closed. You see this bullish engulfing candle that this week closed with. So officially the DSY is bullish, as long as, let me show you guys what's happening on the daily time frame. As long as this support level, it was a resistance level here, resistance, support, resistance, now the market broke above it. So as long as this resistance level is going to hold, now it's going to turn to a support level. If this resistance level hold here as a support level here, if the market come around all to the way here, we might see a push to the upside. So I'm bullish on the DSY, 70% bullish. Now I saw some setup on some other currency pairs. First of all, let's analyze the USDCHF. Now on USDCHF, let's just start from the weekly time frame to see what the market is telling us. As you can see on a weekly time frame, you can see that the market is bearish until we hit this. I don't know what, let's check if this is the all-time lows. All right, okay, sorry, it's not the all-time lows, but we hit this point and the market refused to go lower. Now the market now start to give us double bottom, and you guys know the laws of price action, that the market, anytime the market want to reverse, it will always form a chart pattern, either head and shoulder pattern, double top, double bottom, or inverse head and shoulder pattern. So anytime the market want to do any reverse in any trend is on currently, we must see a chart pattern forming. So this is the chart pattern that formed on the weekly time frame. You guys can see the market refused to break above and below it. It came here and it wicked, give us this long wick. Same thing, this is a pin bar, a long wick, and now close with a bullish weekly candle. Now if we go to the daily time frame, so you guys can see that the daily time frame, the daily time frame was bearish. As you can see, this was the previous low, higher lows. Let me show you guys. This right here is a previous higher lows, and this is a previous higher high. So it was currently bearish. So when the market drop here, retraces back, drop here, ideally it's supposed to drop. You guys can see this thing that the market form as if it wants to continue. You guys can see the market reach here and close with a daily bearish candle, but the market refuses to go more further and break above it. Now sorry, this is not the previous this is not the recent higher, lower high. Sorry, okay, this is the lower low, this is the lower high, this is the current lower high, and the market came and break above it. You guys can see what really happened here. When the market came break above it, this signified that the trend have changed from an uptrend, from a downtrend to now an uptrend on the daily time frame. So I'm waiting patiently for the market to come back to this level and use this level as a support level. Then we can push to the upside. And you can, if you look closely, you can see that this market is forming a chart pattern here. That's what I normally told you, that when the market is about to reverse, it always forms a chart pattern. And you can see these look like a head and shoulder. You can see, even if it's not perfect, even if the market want to use this one at the right shoulder or this as the right shoulder, or all the same, if the market wants to use this one too, but the market, it must surely come back to this level. So we just have to wait for it to complete all this movement. You see all this movement? You don't have to wait patiently for the market to complete everything. So on USDCHF, I am bullish as long as the market will come to this level. So if I still bring out my Fibonacci too, let me remove. You guys can see this market structure. It was bearish. Now it came to this level, continued to the downside and refused to continue more to the downside, and it break above it. So what we are looking for now is a pullback. I will not just start buying because the market is buying. On a bullish trend, you always wait for a pullback, and on a bearish trend, always wait for the pullback to continue the trend. So I wait for the market to pull back to this area right here. Let me delete this so you guys will see this clearly. Now if I use my Fibonacci tool to check where the market is likely going to retrace back, so this is a previous higher low to the recent higher high. You guys can see the thing match with my Fibonacci. That's the 50% and the 61% Fibonacci retracement. They really match together with this level. So that level is going to be our area of entrance. So I'll be waiting patiently for the market to come back to this level. This is where we are going to be looking for buys. And if you want to see how I'm going to enter all this market, just check the description of this video. You will see my Telegram link there. I'm going to paste it, so join so that you will follow me whenever I'm going to take this trade. So the next on my list is on USDCAD. Same thing here. If we go on the weekly time frame, you guys can see the market was bearish and all of a sudden it turned bullish with this weekly bullish candle. You guys can see how the market break above this resistance level, this weekly resistance level. Although I was anticipating this market to fall from here, but the market refuses and break above it with a strong bullish weekly candle. You guys can see this is a strong bullish engulfing candle right here. So I'm just waiting patiently for the market to retrace back to this level. You guys can see before the market even break above it, you guys can see this pattern that the market formed right here. So ideally, as it's supposed to reach here and fall, but the market normally does whatever it wants to do. We can't force it to do what we want it to do. We just have to wait for it to show us a pattern, then we'll follow that same pattern. You guys can see the market has been consolidating for days, many days, up to, let's say, for like up to 30 days. The market has been consolidating, and at a point it break out of this consolidation. So what are we going to look at next is for the market to come back to this level, retrace back to this level, and continue to the upside. So when this retracement is happening, this is what we are going to be looking out for. Let the market give us a higher low so that we can be able to enter it. Now still use my Fibonacci to see where that retracement is going to occur. You guys can see that is going to occur on this level, or it might decide to touch small. So whichever the market decide to do, I will be monitoring it, checking it carefully. I'm going to look out for a chart pattern inside here on a 4 hours time frame, because the market normally gives us a chart pattern before it wants to push the upside. If you look closely on 4 hours time frame, you must surely see a chart pattern. So I normally wait for a chart pattern to form, maybe a small head and shoulder pattern that will form around this area. I must see that bullish momentum around this area, a chart pattern that the market here want to rally all the way to the upside. So this is it for USD CAD. So the next is on Euro USD. I took a trade on Euro USD this last week. That was early last week, or either Monday or Tuesday. I took this trade after my analysis on Euro USD based on my own price action, what the market says, what the laws of price action state. We are still bullish, so I was waiting for the market to give me a lower low before I can be able to buy. All right, so you guys can see what really happened here. The market came below here. I just do everything he did here and start pushing to the upside. So what I was just looking for is a higher low so that I can be able to enter the bullish trend. But the market came here and started giving me a rejections. You guys can see this 4-hour rejection here, 4-hour rejection here. So I entered this market on a 2-hour time frame. You guys can see what really happened here. It started to give me rejections. Then I entered, set my stop loss and everything. Then the market came and break below it. So immediately break below it, I know that this trend, because last week I told you guys that I was very like my analysis on Euro USD last week based on the weekly candle that closed. I told you guys that this market I'm going to I'm not going to be risking more because I'm not satisfied with this candle, this weak rejection that you guys can see over here. Same thing on the dollar index, but on the daily time frame it was still showing me that the market is bullish. But now I'm not 80% sure that the market is now bearish. So this is a all-time high. You guys can see on the daily time, this is not the all-time high, this is the recent high, and this is a current another lower high here also. So I'm waiting for the market to react to these two levels. We have this first resistance level, this is another second resistance level. So I'm waiting for the market to react to any of these levels so that we can be able to join the trend. So on a 4 hours time frame, so you guys can see what really happening now. The market now from an uptrend, you guys can see how the trend change. The market break below it, so I'm anticipating here if the market start to fall from here, it's going to be a premature retracement. I would like, if I use my Fibonacci retracement and I want to track this retracement, you guys can see I would like for the market to retrace all the way to the upside here. You guys can see before we can be able to fall. It always align with this 60 and 51 retracement. Sorry, 50 and 61. You guys can see how this retracement, this Fibonacci is aligning with this resistance level that is here, making this trade more valid. So I'm going to wait, going to watch it. If there is any signal that I'm going to see here, any trade signal, I'll also call it out on my Telegram channel. So I'm going to wait for it around this area. So the next on my list is NZD USD. So let's check the weekly time frame, what's happening. Well, the weekly, at the time we were bullish, then we now turn to bearish. Okay, you see what I normally told you guys, that whenever the market wants to reverse, whenever the trend wants to check, it always give us a chart pattern. You guys can see I just switch this thing to a line chart so that I can be able to see the chart and the chart very, very clear. You guys can see how this thing form a head and shoulder pattern on a resistance level, signifying that the trend is about to change. So let's switch it back. You guys can see all these things happen here, and this is the neckline. The market came and break the neckline. All this thing was happening on the weekly time frame. So whenever a chart pattern is happening on a higher time frame like weekly or daily, just best believe that the chart pattern is going to hold, that the market is about to reverse. You guys can see how it's held here very, very well with this chart pattern and other thing. Then the market, you see them, this was the market, this was the level that was holding it the support level that was holding this market so strong, but now the market has came and break below it. So I'm waiting patiently for market to retrace back to this level. And you guys can see, if we look at this thing in a bigger way, you guys can see this 130 even form. This is a bigger head and shoulder, even if there's a like small head and shoulder pattern inside it, but these just look like the bigger one. So you guys can see what's really happening here. So I want the market to come back to this level, then drop. So on NZD USD, I am bearish as long as we can retrace back to this level. So let me go to the daily time frame. Let's see what's really happening. Just waiting for the market to come back to this level. So on a daily time frame now, we'll have multiple levels. So we don't know the one that the market is going to respect. So I'm just going to allow the market to do its thing. Maybe it will take a couple of days, maybe a week or less than that. So if I see any rejection, we'll have a level here, we'll have even here, we'll have around here, we even have around this area. So which any level that the market decided to rally to, so we'll be trading it from there. We'll just allow the market to do its thing. The next on my list here is GBPAUD. GBPAUD, technically we are bearish. You guys can see the weekly time frame, break, retrace. Now the market is going down, so technically we are bearish on the GBPAUD. Now on the daily time frame, you guys won't see what's happening here so much. The market has been playing around this area. It has been playing around in this level right here. So let me put the line chart to see it very clearly. Okay, this is just like a double top on a daily. So let me still put it back, and this was the neckline. The market came and closed above the neckline. So so this market, we are going to be very careful on GB and GBPAUD. You guys can see the market has been forming so many head and shoulder. This was the first head and shoulder. It break below it, came back, closes above it, and started to create another head and shoulder pattern here. So I'm interested in this head and shoulder pattern. If I go to 2 hours time frame, this is where I will see this head and shoulder pattern very clear. You guys can see it right here, a head and shoulder pattern, and the market is around this area. So I'll just be watching this market closely to see whether it will give me any entry signal here. If the market can be able to break below it, if I can see a 4-hour bearish candle, so I'm going to jump in on this trade. Let's just give this network a minute. Alright, the network is back. So you guys can see on the 4-hour time frame, the market is still bearish. As long as this resistance level can hold us very well, and I want to see a 4 hours bearish candle here so that I can be able to enter a sell, then my stop loss is going to be above this level. So just waiting for a bearish 4-hour candlestick, then stop loss above here. Then this might be my first take profit. Then I'm going to hold till I'm going to hold it till the market will just keep on running. But here is going to be my first TP, or I'll just take all my profit around this area. But this is 2.5%. okay, one is 2.5. so this is it for this one. Just waiting for a confirmation here. If you want to join me to trade this thing, check the description. You will see my Telegram channel link that I'm going to paste it there. So finally on my list is Euro AUD. I also lost a trade on this Euro AUD. As you guys can see, I normally follow the trend, but it seems like this market is not ready to sell. I saw this double top and the break of the neckline. You guys can see the market break the neckline, but let me just if you guys can check my previous video, check my analysis, you guys will see how I entered this trade. So I just want to wrap this video up. This video is almost 20 minutes now, so you guys can see it. So you guys can see the market was trading to the upside, and this is a double top. Then the market broke the neckline. I was just waiting patiently for a retrace to this neckline and give me a candlestick pattern there. Candlestick rejection. I just saw a candlestick rejection on that level, and I entered it. I entered this market on a 2-hour time frame. So the market was around this level, rejecting off from this level, and I entered it, but it now turned out to be a loss. So I couldn't do anything about it. You guys can see what really happened here. All the rejection, then the market break above it. So right now I'm not interested in this market. I'm not interested. I'll just be watching it to see what it will do next. Well, I'm still bearish. If I see more confirmation to enter it, I will still post it on my Telegram channel. So guys, this is it for this week analysis. So a little quick recap on USDCHF. I'm bullish. You guys can see, just waiting for the right moment to enter this bullish trend. I'm bullish, just waiting. We'll have to wait patiently for it. My stop loss is going to be below this level. So you guys can see on USDCAD, I'm still bullish. As long as this support level will hold us very well, so I'm still bullish. Also on EURUSD, I am bearish on EURUSD. So any of this level that can be able to act as our resistance level, but I prefer this level over here to act as our resistance level. So I prefer that up one, but yet I will still be watching very carefully. Anywhere that the market decides to reject from, we'll be trading from there. So I'm bearish. NZD USD, I am bearish also. So much more bearish. On GBPAUD, I am bearish on this one also. So guys, thank you for watching this video. So if you watch this video to this extent, I want you to hit the like button, comment on the video, also subscribe, and also make sure you turn on the notification bell to watch out for my next videos, interesting videos. And I also have a competition I just joined recently, but I'm going to drop that video separately to show you guys how the competition is going. The competition is on fundedness, so I'm going to do a separate video on that one also to show you guys how I'm playing that competition money. So guys, I will see you guys on my next video. Peace out.